Welcome to I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger licking good dating simulator. I've had this game for a while. I played a little bit of it years ago, but I don't remember anything. I'm pretty sure that this is like an actual like official game from KFC. So let's just jump right into it and see if we could. Oh, we can name ourselves. Is this better or is it still too loud? Do y'all eat KFC? Oh. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. Yo, what the fuck's going on with these pictures? Even the jewelry box is KFC themed. The world is peaceful and serene. You can stay in the moment forever. Or you can wake up. Now. Your first day of culinary school is in no time to sleep in. We better smack that clock. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and you find yourself you find your imagination getting away from you. You need to take this seriously. I better make sure to arrive for the blah, 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 blah. I better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You burst through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. What the fuck? Just what you need to get your blood flowing. Carbs. That's exactly what you need. Carbs. Hold on, I can't see. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. That's a mouthful of a school name. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. Oh, she's cute. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, Squishy. Oh, I didn't realize we had caps lock on. I thought that was just it. So when people are saying their names, like Squishy, just yelling it. Are you excited for the first day of our rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Girl, you're thinking too hard about it. You're probably half asleep. Classic Miriam, raised by master chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're gonna do great. But the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning is a famous 3 days only. Hey, yo. What? I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she's got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. How old are you? I mean, granted, people have their first kiss later in life, but why are you practicing on a mannequin? Girl, you freaky for that. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? No, she's feeling down. We gotta give her some loving. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had her tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet. And she told you that you were destined for great things. You better believe her. You better believe her. You're gonna do great things, Miriam. Remember that card with the fancy looking tower and the other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I can call my own. I love the poses. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves beginning to ease. Aw, good for her. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Alright, girl, I'm gonna have to stop you there. That is some Delulu shit. Those bangs. No. You need to sue who cut your bangs. Okay. Can you believe I cut them myself? You know what, Miriam? I can. I can believe that. You can definitely believe it. I'm some kind of psychic. I cannot believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hand and onto the ground. Who fucking does that? Hey! It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. That is such a horrible way to spell it. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave Squishy shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley. I swear to God. What's happening? How am I predicting the plot? But she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone else. If anyone here knows what perfect shins looks like, it's us. We're not gonna let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across from the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man. Okay. Has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. What the Is everyone here but Miriam thick? Is that what I'm saying? Van? Oh, okay. You rang. You've never been sure about their arrangement, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van has just been as close as you as Miriam, but substantially more devious. Are you sure this is not a Joestar? Are you sure about it? I can't believe that the University of Cooking School Academy of Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I don't know, ma'am. I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand over a diploma now. They basically are. It's 3 days. You're school for 3 days and that's it. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs can learn a lot from us. Rude. With the first day of school about to start, there's just no time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers. Miriam, I'm sorry. Look at yourself in between these two. You got two dummy, thick people next to you and you're calling them losers? Okay, now that's a loser. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Is he licking the window? He looks like a window licker. This guy did not just fart. Oopsie. Did he shit himself? I think it's broken. What's broken, Pop? You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. Wow. Okay, no thanks. No thanks, Pop. I'm good. I think you mean thank you? For real. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. How old are you? Could someone like this be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Is this kid Ralph from The Simpsons? Hi, Pop, I'm Squishy. So, are you gonna make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walked into the building ahead of you. How old is he? Is it just me or is he kind of cute? It's just you, Miriam. You think your bangs are cute. You think that kid's cute. You've got... I know you're already wearing glasses, but you need to get them rechecked. I think it's just... What the heck is going on? How am I predicting everything? You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable. I don't think that's sanitary. Sprinkles? Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is a professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air within the classroom. What is happening? This is some major shoujo stuff. I'm Chili, someone close the window. And then he walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. If it isn't my favorite student, Harland, Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. I can't. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. How hot is this man? Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be the sweaty sweats a lot. Classic. Maybe we should open the window back up before faucet pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on a second. No one talks to my friend like that. You two know my name and we were in the same kindergarten class. And what's with your really weird insults? Besides what squishy sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at the shimmer. Girl, why are you gassing me up like this? You take a moment to clean yourself. Do I have a choice? It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and complete the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track of out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in the school with you as my teacher. I thought this school was like 3 days long. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. Clank? You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Alright, yeah? That's a robot. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks into the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart and tough is well known. You decide to try to butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Chicken. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide and he locks onto it. His favorite! Well, 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 I think there might be some competition for a new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Hey, Squishy, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me, if you're interested. Should we sit by Colonel Sanders or should we sit by our best friend? What do you guys think? I need a moment to drink water anyways. Because if we want to bone Mr. Colonel Sanders, we might have to sit next to him. I think this is a dating game. Yeah, this is a dating game, so we should probably sit next to him. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thank you for offering me this suite. I've only had two rules. Do all you can and do the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. What is that pose? A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. Yeah, he's kind of weird. As soon as you're settled in your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me. Shut up, Pop. Shut up. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely. Looking at you, Pop. Always wash your hands. Always. Wait. Is this the... Who is this guy? Is he like the CEO of KFC? Because I keep saying he's eyeing me down. Forest is green as chicken is to... Forest is tree as chicken is to feather. That's right! What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? It's a spork. That's right! What is the best food for a broken heart? Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. Yep. I'm doing so good. Is Sprinkles a good boy? He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. He is the best boy. That's right! Your score is... I did it. I got 100. Be honest, did you cheat? Not even a little. I'm just that good. You look up to see Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess. Are you confessing already, Colonel? I think you have a beautiful brain. What the fuck am I playing? Obviously, I love you, Colonel Sanders. A finger-licking good... Like a finger-licking romance. And we're trying to seduce Colonel Sanders. I think you have a beautiful brain. Hot diggity, Squishy. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. Yes. May I have your attention? I can't. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. The Stewart Cafeteria. Is that named after Martha Stewart? Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the air and tickles the ends of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? No. Is it about lunch? Shut up, Pop. No, I just want to apologize for my tardiness. You see, don't care. Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Anything for you, Colonel. He's not happy with you. Hey, it's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But shh, dude's getting dunked on. Lunch, shut up, Pop. He said shh. In honor of the new semester, I prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Chill out, girl. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting for what food this mysterious student has created. You heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket over his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. Why am I playing this? The aroma envelops you and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years I've been developing a secret recipe for perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice every other student has a pen and paper and scribbling notes as fast as they can. That's all I can say about that. What, you think we want your super secret recipe, dude? Pshaw. Nah, my dude, nah. It's just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. He's such a dork. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. It's really not. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, I was just like writing in my diary. Does KFC know about this game? I think this is an official KFC game. Hold on. Let me look real quick. I think this is a game made by them. Yeah, this is a marketing stunt. This is real. They said this is canon. Dear Diary today. Ooh, Dear Diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at this moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. That's wild. This is wild. Are you saying this game for KFC is wild? Alright, we're gonna pause real quick because I'm gonna tell you this. I have been following several KFC accounts over several different platforms for years. I don't eat KFC. I do not eat KFC. What I do consume is the wild, unhinged KFC content that is on their platforms. Like, if you want some weird and unhinged shit, you need to follow these exact KFC profiles on like TikTok and Twitter, but mostly on TikTok. It's KFC Espanol and KFC Portuguese, and I think KFC Portugal. Those three KFC like accounts, absolutely insane. It's insane. It's kind of like how Denny's was back in the day when Denny's was still on Tumblr, or like when Tumblr was still huge. This is some really niche, very niche information, I'm telling you. But if you want some lulz, go look them up. It's insane. Anyways, I knew that at that moment that only the... Oh, Ashley, you're putting me to sleep. That only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realized that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any, I'll take it. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his bucket and sink your teeth into it. Are we going to have like a food wargasm? It's amazing. Okay, it ain't that crazy. Tasting Colonel Sanders' foods transport you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hands, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that tells you about Colonel Sanders' heart. Let's do this one. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Alone with these flavors, you feel something that only be described as love. For a man, for a flavor, are they the same? We should have gone into the light. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach him. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break in silence. Colonel, I wonder if I can talk to you for a second? Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Uh-oh. Haha, how bold of you to come and ask. Where did he get this staff from? Where is he holding it? Look at the hips. It's an idea I had for a new combination. Makes me want fried chicken. Probably shouldn't be playing this game if you're hungry. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make my fortune establish my legacy. Whew. For all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester's only getting started. Oh, he looks disgusted at us. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. What is this, Utah? He's clearly not giving it up so easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? We should stop that. You got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Does it smell like chicken? Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use blank. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Blank? Wow! You'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you get some if you've searched. While you're wrapped up in this huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I graduated. Sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. You'll make every Japanese person very happy on Christmas Day. Alone together for the first time, you figure now's the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him to show your own strength, and wow him with a big idea. To add additional ingredients to totally spice things up. Be modest but thoughtful. Yeah. Well, I just want to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. That's something you should say. Now you got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Squishy. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. Colonel Sanders is falling in love with us. Those are words I never thought would be coming out of my mouth. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven. God, I don't usually talk this much. It makes me tired. Will take place. Each student will get an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show off our stuff. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Oh no. We have to show off our stuff. What if I totally blow it? Like you blew off your bangs? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowds of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. That's sweet. We're a good friend. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. I'm not pouncing on Colonel fucking Sanders. I'm... This game. I've played some horror games. That takes a lot out of me. This game takes a lot of my sanity out. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Shut up. Want to be my partner? Oh, Miriam.
Aww.
Sure, Squishy. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep bop bzz. Oh my, two potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to pick as Miriam's partner? Okay, she thinks Pop is cute, but Pop is kind of dumb. So we'll go with Clank. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. Shut up, Pop. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Bzz. Tissue, I hardly know you. Shut up, Miriam. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of infection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. This one. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we can make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy? Yes, Colonel, and gravy. I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a quick look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red, and bears you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. What isn't a passion of yours, Colonel? Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business. And you better keep your fingers off my man. Chill out. Did someone cough hurt me? No, Van. Why is the Colonel memeing on us? I don't know what's going on half the time. Oh, geez. Van, while I'm over here crushing Squishy's dream, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Wow. Don't be mean. Colonel Sanders returns, arm full of peeled potato. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley, Van. Are we working on a quartet instead of a duet now? What the shit? Yeah, tonight is weird and spooky games, and now we have JoJo. Yes, that's exactly what I said. Actually, no, it looks like Squishy was struggling, so he offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up on to my level. Ha, doubt it. No. Don't be rude, Van Dam. This game is wild. Wild. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations with worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we can cast complementary shadows. We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick, if that makes sense. Yeah, I get it, Ashley. You got them thick thighs, just tossing it around. Nothing about this makes any sense. You're just now learning about this? This whole game doesn't make sense. But one thing is clear, she's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. No, not the gilf. Ashley's really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks, in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your heart. I think we should probably go to our hunk of hunks. He gets us. I'm here to learn and express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect that format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements from contracts and handshakes. I took on Squishy as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you have Squishy's natural talent or their loyalty. I really hate that we accidentally put our name in caps lock. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. When are you get to cooking? You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of your moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. I'm some kind of psychic. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Tell us, Colonel. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white portion gravy boat, out of which he pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. I can't, man. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel! Back up, buddy. We've only known each other for a day. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out. A spork! He hands a spork out to you. You reach out and grab a hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you are holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Wow. So beautiful, Colonel Sanders. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. You see Ashley with a sinister look. You know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without looking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. That is uncalled for. Van, do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? I think he's got other things to worry about. Hold on right there, Squishy. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have his potato face? Shut up, Pop. Van rushes over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacle of octopus and my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe forged by my supreme chef ancestors. Not gonna lie, that looks fire. That looks so good. I want some. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. Who are you again? The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite yet. I think the octopus was rushed, and it may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. It's an octopus. Too late, it has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed... What? What? He's dead? It killed him. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it's gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped in Pop's mouth. You know, good. Good riddance. Pop winces in pain just for a moment, and then is immediately back to his oblivious self. Never mind. Oopsies. Shut up, Pop. Tastes like poison. Shut up, Pop. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They're as motionless as statues. The class bells ring, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to the reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. What is going on? I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. I feel you. I feel you, Sprinkles. Ghost of student. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please let me walk you home. Are we YN? Are we YN? What? Like for real? Oh, come on! Shut up. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It is dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate of food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time that you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes? Squishy? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there! Shut up, Van Van. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. He's not happy. He's not having it. And ever since, and every day since, I have been working towards that dream. Day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you, shut up. I'm the one who's here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking skills literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. What the fuck is happening now? The spork monster is here to fight a hero. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. He got meta. Be afraid, be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster. See? Is he rhyming on purpose, or is this just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. You do defend. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You continue to stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure, you do you. Spork Monster focus their mashed mind and draw in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Attack. What attack will you use? I guess Cook with Love again. They go on the attack once more. Utilitensel, you take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive this battle. Buff up? No control of this much buffness. You start to feel bloated and, quite frankly, a little good. You better attack soon or you're likely to explode. Chow down. Cheese sauce. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Pop. Feeling vulnerable. Spork Monster prepares it for its ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders. What? Hold on, someone's like mowing the snow outside. Someone is just mowing the snow outside. All right, where did we leave that left off? Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. What the fuck? What the fuck? Pot pie power pinch. Get him, Colonel. Pot pie power pinch does 10 damage. Damn. He's packing heat. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam up. Hold on, my brain is fried. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Spare this wretched beast. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your strength. I think we should just eat him. Begone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back, like you said. The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. Huh. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. What did he leave? It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. What the You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That seems strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Are we fainting? Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashed before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dreams, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. This game is weird. What? Huh? Okay. Okay. You wake up on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. That's why. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Good for you, Miriam. Good for you. Like him? Like? I know it sounds like we're moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? I believe it. No, but that does make complete sense. I'm a psychic. I can predict the plot. I can predict the dialogue. No problem. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to. It was also the convertible. It was also the convertible that he himself rode on in front of the homecoming parade. Wait. So your robot boyfriend was the convertible that Colonel Sanders rode in. I think I'm getting that right. I am thinking maybe something got lost in the pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe best if you took it slow with the new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy of Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Aha, sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea of about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me... We're not going to tell her. Don't tell her. No. Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was the powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcases with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I've ever tasted. How long is this game? I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both shared an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much to use to anyone. Please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. Make up a fake ingredient. We're not telling her. You quickly think of a fake ingredient. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Newt. Stop. I know it sounds like a kinds of witch potions, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figured that you satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel! Why is he on a horse? It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Stand back and admire his majesty. We don't want to get accidentally run over. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's ever being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. What is going on? You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. That's not what I'm concerned about. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. What a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's just what I said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to care for you. Oh, Squishy gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. They got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. Miriam is a girl's girl. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted items bad, ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulders, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Yeah, let's play it cool. You sit near the rivals, but you leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds like a bit like a magic spell. However, he knows you eavesdropping. You try to cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. Ahem, it's time for class. And you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world makes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it doesn't use a little evil. You finally get a look at what they're hiding and instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after you encountered the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his desk. I know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice they have just been studying the book. They got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. Okay, it's just Pop. I don't care about that. We're playing. Shut up, Pop. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. I don't need to know a description of Van Van's foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzz, womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language. Not even from a stand mixer. Okay, that's pretty funny. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Gotcha. Brr, Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Is Van Van gonna die? Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrived to signal the true start of the class today. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Yes, Professor Sprinkles. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was chicken who I don't think that's right, Sprinkles. I don't think a chicken was the first to sign their name. But you can't help but to daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, squishy. Naturally, this appears to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? I don't know about this one. Maybe a shimmering pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in most eye-catching ways, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. Uh-oh. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, ooh. Did I die? This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your duty, your destiny. All you must do is... As I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. It'll work through. To fulfill the prophecy, you must... Jeez, I'm actually going to start coughing for real. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Aw, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. Uh-oh. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should probably pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via time-competitive cook-off. I'm good. The level of theatrics these two is off the charts. You know what? Let's challenge them. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I had to wipe the tables with you fools before, I'll set my lunch down on it, and so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Squishy. Oh, we didn't yell it. Squishy. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense, you breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we have turn on the timer. And then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Arroo! I stand corrected. And it's starting to get hot in here. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. Wow, such words of wisdom, Colonel. And that's an original quote by me. In case anyone was wondering, I hope the message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now it's my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one. And you're feeling like you can really impress him here again. It's time to boil some water for the potato. Are we doing mashed potatoes again? Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. But how would you have even gotten into that school without knowing that? Oh shit. Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. 11 herbs and spices. Now that you got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. Gratitude. Okay. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. Oh, I'm just picking randomly. That's right. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. Arrgh. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. With the sound of success. Sizzling. Oh no. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Squishy. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing that he's watching you makes you feel totally forget what you're doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonsful of gravy would it take to fill a traditional... You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. What do you take? What a... what a hunk! I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating her elements of dish as colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes? Zip. I know you love nothing more than seeing your fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Squishy does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. Oh no, no, don't put your hands in the mixer. You're gonna hurt your hands. Squishy, no! But you're not fast enough, and your hands get stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. I don't care to like, I don't know. Everyone stop what you're doing right now, the battle's over. It can't be, I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that will make me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two, on account of Squishy's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he looks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared? Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Oh, that's not bad looking. Under this white chocolate dome, you find a wide array of delicates, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Squishy to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders poured the hot chocolate sauce on the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquette on top of a slice of honeycomb, ice cream, 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you, hee hee. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something to his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Ooh, what about this one? We've already kind of fucked up. I don't think we should really get in the way. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch on fire and turn to ash, and they fall off in your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotion for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Can we go back? We fucked that up. I don't have a problem going back. Hold on. Oh, we've got like 4 more after this. So we're going to skip through. Because there is a skip button option over here. Alright, yep. Oh, you can just hold it. 100 degrees Celsius. 11 herbs and spices. It's gratitude. Okay. Small town where big dreams are formed. Alright, alright. Fuck you. We're gonna get it right. So it's gotta be silence then. That's the thing with these kind of games is like there's so many different options and you can just go back. Alright. 11 herbs and spices, yes. Next one is gratitude. Small town. Silence. Okay, I believe in you. Okay, we're back kind of right here, but are we going to start hurting ourselves again? Oh, okay, so no matter what we do, we're kind of fucked. Yeah, okay. Oh god, her hand. I remember that. Alright, this time we're gonna try to get in between her and Colonel Sanders so our eyebrows don't catch on fire. Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes you back. Oh, we've been rejected. This goatee isn't just a fashion statement, it's also functional. I was saving that flavor for later. Are you serious? That's game over? So we have to have our eyebrows on fire. That's kind of like what we were hoping was going to happen. So, okay. We did everything we were supposed to do, except for like one wrong. So we're going to go back. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but also from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should probably get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. We need to stop putting Colonel Sanders on a pedestal. That's not healthy. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in a culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Okay, he's putting himself on a pedestal. This man is gassing himself up. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed in obstetrician. I beg your finest pardon? You wanted to be an obstetrician? I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule hander. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight? Colonel Sanders, what a life you've lived. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved that when I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Shut up, Pop. Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster. Borko? It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me back here anymore, but I just wanted to say I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like to having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Oh, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to the school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever. But I was still a student, until one day some mean kids of a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Precisely. I have procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I'll be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Squishy. Together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A private invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must look like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you've lived such an exciting life. Is that his partner, his business partner, in the urn? I see the words in Kentucky, so that might be his business partner. His cute little babe with the goatee holding the chicken drum. It looks like you've lived such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with. Trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perked up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to be paired with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret, just for you? Reveal it! Spill! You decide that you're ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in headfirst. You've reached into your lunch bag for a special dish you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Luxe hideaway. It does look really good. I like coleslaw. Magnificent. Together you chow down the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please keep my coleslaw. Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. And around the room are various items you can look even closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more of the Colonel. We can look around? I want to know about the urn. You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on its nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It sighs, here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures. Okay, Squidward. Poor guy. What's this one? This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? That's nasty. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that must be the Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's a drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just himself, right? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company they founded, am I right? The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered his secret of herbs and spices. One of the framed photos show an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing with them. That doesn't look like the picture to me. You look closely and see there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Let's look at the candle. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Is it gonna be gravy? Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of 69? No, it's one of those secret recipe ingredients. It's blank. Oh, okay. No, please tell me we're not going to steal some of his hair. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize the hair therein isn't just silver in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Alright, let's learn about the chicken. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped onto the chicken's foot that reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Alright, let's look at this one. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out to the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could tell you my name right now. It's... Can you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack, and the ghost of student is swept out into the breeze. Alright, all that's left is to open the door. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find rows of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off the hanger and try it on. The jacket's a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? We're not out here stealing locks of his hair and sniffing his clothes. That's down bad behavior. Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he is asking you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. What do we do? Do we hit on the Colonel? Or do we tell the truth? I'm thinking we make our move. This might be the night where we get a little bit of Colonel Sanders gravy, if you know what I mean. This isn't that kind of game. Never mind. Never mind. My bad. Not that we blame you for trying. You got meta. But still. No. No. We lost the game because of that. That's too bad. No. Alright, we just gotta get back to where we were. This is long. I can't believe how long this game is. God, this is so far back. Reveal it. It's our coleslaw. The urn. Okay, now we can do it. Alright, we tell him the truth. I've been developing feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Squishy? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Got meta again. I love that the goes to the kid keeps coming back. You wake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Or only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He is holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. Chicken and biscuits. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So would you say we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? We should flatter him. You know, I think we make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. University of Cooking School Academy of Learning awaits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something happened to you. It's okay, but now that turns out you're fine. I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure. I'm a psychic genius. But you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. Good for you, Miriam. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. You tell him, Miriam. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friend, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Are you getting married? Did she just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date with a talking pressure cooker? That's what he is? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, I don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals and the quad. You can tell from a distance they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. You know, if I didn't know what a swirly was, I'd probably say the same thing. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. Shut up, Pop. You can get your swirly dip too. Why did you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school? There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Squishy, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. It's not what I'm suggesting. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince in pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are getting close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Squishy, how's the hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Shut up, Ashley. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What's he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Squishy. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Jesus, okay. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walked into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of fine foods. See you inside, Squishy. Colonel's not, like, a good guy. I don't think we should be trying to, like, win him over. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's the book? It's like bad news. It's just something I found laying around. It would appear that to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open a page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of an extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell that says I will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. Okay, yeah, that's really dramatic. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else, not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. It's not that serious. You got an erasing a memory erasing spell sitting right there in front of you, and it's a pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't cast it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. His clear voice makes a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. You must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give us a snack? No. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens, yeah. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window out of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you never to come back here. Terrence, I will destroy you, Terrence. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but by any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. Ahem. I apologize for that outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Squishy, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by words and sparks come from the back of the classroom. I told you to save for after class. Aw, poor Clank. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appears to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. Word? But no, you have to show off your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan. J&J forever. Is that a reference? Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bzz, bzz. Yeah, well, it doesn't make it a great date. Bzz. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down to the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out the gaps of his panels, and then loud ding stops him in his tracks. Oh shit. Beep. Bzz. No amount of seasoning is gonna make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels and not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay? Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. Trademarked. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say this out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through the final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. What the fuck is that? That's Clank! That's Miriam's ex-boyfriend. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' Stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, with a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today or tomorrow or this whole year, so what? You're a special person, and I'm spitting. Who shouldn't settle down for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears off her cheeks. I should really review my menu today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you're pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decide to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Squishy's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Of course it is. Squishy, what are you doing here? There's still time before this final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space between you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires. But that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Fess up. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's very specific. What is happening? How am I predicting the dialogue? That's an oddly specific distance. But you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-buttered crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Haha, no. I can smell that it was made from a heaping helping of TLC. But it'd probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lay down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is except to cook with everything you've got. This is it. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! This is so stupid. Miriam furiously injects her ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend baster blaster. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Like steroids? Ashley scoots her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula? Even Clink gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clink learn to speak English? It's the singularity as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You got a book of your own, and you're desperate to not let her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you got passion? That's it. You get 'em, girl. I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Squishy! Miriam notices too. And I'll always believe in you, Squishy! Since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're over here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. No, Miriam. It's the secret ingredient. She puts, quote unquote, I have newt in it. The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. I was wondering when this was going to come back. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve the Spork Monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We Spork Monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. You're pretty cool, Steve. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Aww. Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Haha, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing me some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I'd always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country, you can feel spork monsters winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it's probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on the competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school when I had fallen asleep during a scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck! Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Can we actually give up? You summon extra power from deep down within yourself. Yes, I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. You tell him, girl. You tell him. Wait, what? Are we going Super Saiyan? Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary art energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Squishy, you are the chosen one. You will... Get out of here, ghost! Get out of here! You will avenge me! The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My moments are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you're powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Squishy. You may have suffered some setbacks, but not all is lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decided you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you managed to make is mac and cheese and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the task? What will happen to you? What about the rules? There are no rules. Following the rules have never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. Hold on, I just realized we're kind of like in his face. Where is my face? There we go. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, something unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpasses their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can perfect the perfect food union? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone's been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hee hee, I'm flying! Sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop, hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess. Did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. Shut up, Pop. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank at UCS AL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank, where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged. I guess we'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. It's been 3 days. What the fuck is happening? How am I predicting the dialogue beat by beat every time? Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles and savory soup. That's too tiny. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Narutomaki I spy afloat on this itsy bitsy bowl? It sure is. Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip in the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Squishy, for helping me believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard and an axe-hewn urchin shell. God, my reading comprehension. Uni over smooth egg custard and axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. That sounds not good. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different color type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly what did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on the account that it's the spikes. He begins to paw it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in. Tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch, my tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. I keep poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This is the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley. It's time to stand up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight and a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. I know that took so much time. Because meringue takes 2 hours to bake. So it takes 20 minutes for like that kind of meringue. It takes 20 minutes to make, and then you set it into the oven about 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. And when it comes out, oh, it's so good. But yeah, they do not have enough time to making that. The meringue itself, the Turkish delight I've never made. Sugar glass does not take that's not easy to make either. So that actually doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, the meringue itself is a winner. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. This is a cooking competition. They have to eat it. Don't eat the food. It's a cooking school. Got toast in your ears or something? Squishy? I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and I did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize we're having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to College of Eating School for the Hungry. Ooh. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insist. But don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage takes over Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this classroom gets any smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. Oh, that's the freaking dinner bowl, right? He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away. And my 49 dog, so he's 7 years old? I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious. In fact, everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you pass, and you pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes in the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back to its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declare that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be any better than this one? Now for the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return from one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog in the house! Ow, ow, ow. You knew that Sprinkles is a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Jesus Christ! Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It's a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He's totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here on, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Students tried to finish what he had to say, but everyone was too wrapped up talking to Spark. Sorry, it's Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had to mail it directly to your father. We figured it was the least he could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on our school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling and electrical hisses. Hold on, my phone restarted. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I have just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't really time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand, kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Whoa, look at him. He's wearing casual clothes. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go all out and buy my chicken. The end? Is that the end of I Love You, Colonel Sanders? Oh, okay. No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you and sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Squishy, what are you doing sitting all by yourself? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities you might expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy of Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Will you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once on my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Squishy. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stopped dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I'm thinking this is something I just need to do by myself. What a dick! But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love? The life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I can enroll at a pastry chef school. Oh, my dear Squishy, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end.